Hello and good morning, and welcome to today's daily tarot outlook reading. Now, if you have not done so yet, go ahead and click below, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you ting that bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. And with that being said, I will draw today's daily energy card. Okay, now this is wisdom reversed. Now, wisdom in general, when it is upright, it means that you are taking in information and actually learning from it. A lot of times when um, people learn from books, it's not really considered wisdom until you actually completely understand um, um, what the information is telling you. It's a complete understanding of that that knowledge of that information that you have been brought in. And when this is reversed, it is really suggesting that you're not allowing yourself to fully understand, or you're not learning from mistakes. You're constantly repeating mistakes, and constantly going through the same experiences over and over again. Now, if it's been, if you have recently noticed that um, the same kind of issue keeps popping up in your life, really take a step back and try to learn the the methods or the steps that you take, that continuously lead up to the same problems that you are dealing with. And in doing so, that is going to bring in that wisdom. It is going to bring in that complete understanding of how these issues arise and what you can do to avoid them in the future. So when this card is reversed, it is really saying to pay closer attention to not just, the people and the things that happen in your life, but take a closer look at how you're responsible for the things that are happening in your life, because you're throughout life we are, here to learn different lessons, and it's the same lessons, which really represent those major arcana, which this wisdom card is that one of the major arcana. This is a lesson, and a major lesson that we have to learn. And sorry about my cat's tail. Put her down. um, it is one of those major lessons that we need to learn, is to pay closer attention to these life lessons so we can really get to the point where we are the happiest in life, and enjoy our life instead of having to deal with problems constantly over and over again. So today is really that focus on that wisdom. It's focus on, figuring out uh, what it is that we need to change in our lives or in our methods of doing things that will allow us, sorry, that will allow us to move forward into that peace, into that more fulfilled life. Now, with that, I am going to draw our regular drawing. We have a lot of reversals today in these cards. Okay, now that first card out is that death, which is really showing that you are taking those steps that you need to take in order to really create that wisdom or get that understanding, that complete understanding. But it's still going to take you some time. This is a transition. It is transitioning from really paying, really just letting life happen to you and really taking charge of life and taking charge of what is going on in your life and taking those steps that you need to take in order to bring in um, that peaceful life, that prosperity, that abundance, that you really want, that peace in your life, and that feeling of flow instead of that feeling of starting and stopping because something happens, something gets in the way. And then we have that three of wands, which is reversed. And upright, that means that you have done the work. It means that you can just sit back and relax and wait for that to come in. And with this being reversed, it's telling me that you really need to take that action today. You need to actively pay attention to what you're doing, who you're talking to, what your plans are, and maybe hold back on your plan on telling other people your plans. Because a lot of times when we tell people our plans, uh, people tend to be jealous of what we are thinking about doing and what we are trying to achieve, and they kind of sabotage us because they are jealous or upset that we are accomplishing what they would really like to accomplish. So maybe keep things to yourself and really work all of this stuff out, because this is all about you. It's all about your wisdom. It's all about learning from your mistakes and correcting those mistakes moving forward. And I bring in that aspect of a person because we have this devil card that is coming out here. And that devil card is really, that energy of, things getting in your way, people getting in your way, people sabotaging, people holding you back, worrying about other people and their feelings before you really consider your own and take your own into consideration. And with being an empath, and if you're an empath, that happens to us a lot because we do care so much about other people and we can feel their energy. So when you have people coming in, especially today, that are trying to sway you one way or another off your path, remember that wisdom card. Remember, taking responsibility for your life and for your feelings, and really not so much as other people. Yes, it may hurt somebody's feelings that you're succeeding and they're not, but that's not your fault. They have to take responsibility for their life too. So stop worrying about what other people are doing and worrying about whether or not you're going to step on toes, and worry about yourself, because in the long run, your life has to be satisfying for you. And you can't make somebody else's life satisfying just because you're holding yourself back. So release yourself from those bonds of worrying about other people and worry about yourself. And when you do that, this Two of Pentacles is reversed. And usually that Two of Pentacles, when it is upright, is saying that you are um, starting out on something new. But seeing that it's reversed, is you've already done that. You've already decided what you want to do. You've already seen what the potential is there, and you're really going to go after it today, especially when you sit down and you take that responsibility. Release other people to their own responsibilities and just be responsible for yourself. You're going to see that moving forward. And that Three of Swords is saying that um, any of the hurt feelings or the information that other people are concerned with, you're when you let that go, it's going to just come be like a weight lifted off of you. That Three of Swords reversed is a really good thing. There is not going to be that interference or jealousy from somebody else because you're making something out of your life, because you're not going to allow that in there today. um, you're going to be learning how to shut that off today. And like I said, with empaths, it's hard. It's hard to shut that off. But you do get to a point where you've taken enough. There's enough is enough. I have to worry about myself, my family, and my happiness. And your happiness is up to you. And that's what I suggest you tell people. When they're saying, "Well, I would really like to do this," or this is what that's the idea that I had, and I see you doing it. um and you really got to flip the script on them and put that responsibility back on them and not on you, and just walk away from the situation. And then there's that Four of Wands that is coming in, that is that foundational energy. And with that Four of Wands is that celebratory thing, because you're going to feel like you have actually accomplished something today. Especially when it comes to letting go of other people's problems, letting go of their feelings, and concentrating on your own feelings, your own path, your own happiness, and what you need to do for you and your family. That is going to be something that you carry on from here on going forward, because you're going to realize that release, um, and that you cannot make other people's lives happy for them. They have to do that themselves. You can't fix everybody's problems. All right, now going on here, we have the Magician, Judgment, Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and that eight and that Ten of Pentacles. So this is really great energy on top of all of this. Now that Magician, on top of that Death card, this is really positive change for you. It is something that you have been um, needing to do for quite some time. It's not something that um, is just all of a sudden coming on, and you do have the power to do this. It's all there. You have had enough. You've kind of hit that pivotal point there, where you've had enough of your life just happening to you, and you are ready to take charge of it. And when you do take charge of it, with it signifies that Three of Wands signifies you're going to you are going to reap the rewards for that. That is going to come back to you in the long run. Maybe not today, but it is on its way. So really focus on this energy today. And with that Devil card, when you release other people, and release those bonds that you feel towards other people, that Ace of Swords is coming in with major inspiration today, in how you can make your job, what you're doing, how you can make your life what you want it. That Two of Pentacles, and then we have that Eight of Pentacles on top of there. It is that moving forward um, aspects between that of Pentacles and that Eight of Pentacles, and you're learning to perfect this. You're learning, today, some maybe some harsh lessons, but it is, learning to take responsibility for those mistakes. It is learning to um, grab hold of that wisdom and move forward, and not just grab knowledge, but really create that complete understanding, and grab onto that wisdom and bring it forward with you from here on forth. And then we have that Three of Swords, which is, you know, leaving people to their own devices. And it's, releasing that energy, and not worrying about what they are feeling and what they want, and really focusing on your problems, your life, your um, creative energy. And it is really coming in with this Eight of Wands. Whatever it is, whatever problems other people are dealing with, again, you're going to be able to stand up and say, well, those are your issues. You have to deal with them to make yourself happy. Today, I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on what I need. And it's really going to be fast moving energy with that focus, and with that wisdom coming in for you. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles over here on top of that Four of Wands, which is, setting down that foundation, for very happy and secure life with your family. So it is something that is going to be very positive for you today, especially not just for you, but for your entire family. As you can see in this card, let me lift it up here for you, so you can get a better look at this card. There is the entire family, sitting there at the table, happy, secure. They have what they need. And that is really what the goal is for today, is, providing for you, providing for your family, and allowing that wisdom to come in uh, so you can move forward and have that happy, peaceful life that everybody strives for. Okay, again, really solid energy on top of there. Now, of course, this is the as above deck, and the Yule is that death card up here. As you can see, they both have the same, 13. It is that death card. It is that change and renewal and that focusing, with that magician, realizing you've got what it takes. You're really, it is fast moving change today. When you have two death cards in the same, um, one on top of one another, and then you have that magician in the middle there that is really allowing you to focus on everything that you have, that you can create this change and create it fast. You have that three of wands, which is, again, that's that fire energy. It is fast moving energy. With it being reversed, it's very fast moving energy. um, and we have um, that judgment coming in. Like I said, that judgment may, that those rewards may take a little while to come in. And that is really, you know backed up by this three of earth, which is really saying take a step back. um, Realize that change is coming. You have double threes in this one, so it is that transformation part. It is that moving forward part. But just reminding you that things do take time. A flower just doesn't bud, come open instantly. It does take time to open up. It does take a little bit of time to see that color coming out in that flower. There is that inspiration and abundance coming in, which is signified by these bumblebees and by the fruit down here. Sometimes you just have to wait for that, um, for the rewards to come in, but they are coming, and it is going to be something that is, um, putting you in a spot where you feel comfortable with what is going on. And then we have this eight of water reversed on top of the devil and the ace of swords. And this is really telling me that you are definitely sorting it out with people today. This is a water card. This is a communication card. This is, deciding who's to stay in your life, who is, creating chaos and needs to go. This is, again, more decision making, maybe needing to come in here. But the inspiration and decision making from that ace of swords is going to make things very easy for you to sort out. Especially when you really take control and allow yourself to stand up to those people that may be, a bit jealous. That three of swords over there, that those people that are, really trying, their best to, sway you away from what you're doing. Once you let go of those people and leave it up to them to take control of their lives, things are going to really turn around. And with this eight of fire on top of that eight of pentacles, there's a lot of passion coming in for what you're doing, for your career, for your life path. And no matter what other people bring in, you're going to stand steady against this. You are going to, be able to withstand that storm and that emotional roller coaster that people are trying to take you on. You can see Poseidon. He's in the middle of that um, that storm there, but he's standing tall, standing, firm against other people's wishes. And then we have the Mother of Fire on this other eight of fire over here, which is on that reverse three of swords, which is really bringing in more of that energy, more of that passion to move forward, more of that passion to solve and take responsibility for our own lives and move it into what we really want. That Mother of Fire is really encouraging, energy that is being, pushing you towards towards what you love and what, whether it's your family, concentrating on your family, or whether it's concentrating on a relationship, concentrating on work, whatever this is that you are needing to work out today, that Mother of Fire energy is going to really back up those two Eight of Fire cards. And then we have the World on top of that Ten of Pentacles and Four of Wands energy, which is really solid, creative, and obtainable success today, and reaching that point where you are completely balanced once you, learn those lessons of that wisdom card today, and really allow yourself to understand the whole big picture of your life. Things will come into focus today that you could have never even imagined yesterday. There's going to be, changing up the people in your life. There's a lot of eights, a lot of threes. There are, that double death card, which, and that magician, which is fantastic. Change and renewal and beautifying of your life, and just moving very quickly today, with those revelations and with that growing of that wisdom, that actual wisdom that you can take moving forward. And you're going to be taking it with you, no matter what goes on from here on out. You're going to know exactly what you need to do to take care of you. You're going to be able to take responsibility for whatever um, happens from here on out. And you're going to be able to stop allowing other people to bring you down, and to hold you back. So I hope you enjoyed today's tarot outlook reading. Before you go, make sure you like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe and ping that bell so you are notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you tomorrow.